I can hear the silence as I'm walking by. Come and say something, I wanna hear your voice.
What is up, my beautiful Rosebuds? Of course, it's your favorite Rosebud, Niecy K, and I am coming back to you guys with another video. I'm back with another video. Hey! Alright, guys, don't mind me. Y'all know I like to be silly over here, but I am actually coming back with my part 2. And in my part 2, we actually are going to be discussing what Belove and her family had to say about Q's little exposing it all video that she done dropped, right? Now, of course, you know, if you paid attention to part 1, and I will go ahead and attach that card up here. So if you guys want to go watch that video first and then come back to this one so you can be all the way caught up, you can. But anyways, part 1 of my video, we heard and pretty much discussed about how Q felt on the situation and her side, and how she pretty much felt like Belove and her family was fake and phony, and was just pretty much had a lot to say about Belove and her family, right? So Belove and her family was all like, nah, hold on, we ain't gonna, we don't take kindly to you coming for us when we didn't send for you. We didn't send for you and you came for us. So now we gonna go ahead and we gonna expose our truth. Since you sitting here, you want to spill tea and you want to spill truths. But the different about Belove and her family is they didn't sit here and just like, you know, while they were eating, like a story time type vibe situation where they were just talking. No. They dead ass pulled out receipts, bruh. They dead ass pulled out receipts on that ass. And literally, it's crazy because with the receipts that they pulled out, right? It literally sits here and takes everything that Q was trying to claim and pretty much shows it in a light to where she is now looking like she is the fake and the phony in this entire situation, right? So of course, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get into that a little bit further. I just want to go ahead and ask you guys to go ahead and tap on that like button, hit that subscribe button, go ahead and pop that notification bell so that anytime I do upload more videos, you guys are alerted, as well as follow your girl. It's free 99. All social media is GossipBud87. And let me go ahead and get into my bullshit rant. So one of the main things that Belove and her family, and because I watched both videos, and so one of the main things that Belove and her family brought up is the fact that Q was actually reaching out to Belove and her family. Well, pretty much Belove, not the family, but pretty much reaching out to Belove after the whole collab. So her talking about how she spent 8 hours driving and crying and stuff like that, but then yet she's reaching out to Belove, texting her, talking about how, oh my gosh, I love you, you're my inspiration, and this and that and the other. Like, literally, that doesn't make sense. So of course Belove and her family are completely caught off guard by this whole situation, because they like, whoa, wait a minute. And like, literally, they had receipts to back what they were saying when they was like, you saying all this, but that's not how you was acting when you was here, and you want to sit here and you want to try to say that we fake, but the way you was acting when you was here, and now you saying you felt this way, I think the fake one is really you, right? And like, the one thing that Belove pretty much was just trying to hit home was how Q had her contact information. Q could have gotten in touch with her behind the scenes and discussed her grievances and the things that were bothering her and how she felt, right? But she decided she was going to make this video. Even though, let me be real, in both videos, like I said, in Q's video, she didn't say Belove's name or her family. So Belove and her family didn't say Q's name in the video. And then I think the oldest son might have accidentally said her name, and they straight bleeped that out, like where you don't hear it. But pretty much nobody's saying each other's name, right? Which, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Like me, I'm the type of person, like, if we gonna sit here and we gonna do some calling out, I'm gonna call you out by your name. I'm gonna say your name, I'm gonna bring it to you. But hey, like, let's be real, like, I'm more of, like, I will say, like, I'm a little hood, I'm ratchet. So Belove and her family don't give off those vibes. So the way I handle it isn't going to be the way that they handle it, right? So like, but like I was saying, so pretty much Belove was sitting here like, you could have hit me up behind the scenes, we could have had a discussion about this, and I completely and utterly agree with that. Like, they should have had this discussion behind the scenes. It shouldn't be something that was done online, because now look at the situation. Like, I'm trying to be like non-biased in the situation, because I do love me some Belove, but let's be real, I also love me some Q, and I'm still gonna watch me some Q, eat with Q, just like I'm still gonna watch Belove. But Q literally looks like she got egg on her face. She looking like Boo Boo the Foo right now, because like literally you sat here and you had the ability to reach out to Belove on the back end and not even bring this to the forefront. You decided to go headstrong, bring this to the forefront. Now, of course, you cannot sit here and dictate when and how Belove and her family gonna clap back at you. They clap back with class, let's be real, but them receipts though have you out here looking like a fool, Q. And that's probably why you sat here and earlier you came out with an apology that you deleted, and your sister even apologized. In fact, I got your sister's apology, so we gonna go ahead and drop that apology in this video right now for you guys to hear, and I will be right back.
It was wrong on my part, so I sincerely from the bottom of my heart apologize, asking the family to forgive me, Chelsea, and it was a lot of, I'm not gonna say it was a lot, it was about maybe a few things that I was unaware of, that I didn't know. So, I support my sister, and I was a little blindsided, watching that video, because there were some things that I was not aware of. So, because I did that with my sister, I can also...
Alright, so of course you guys heard that apology from the sister, because let's be real with Belove's video. Them receipts, the first video alone, them receipts was enough to make the sister do an apology video for Belove and her fam to be able to use in their second video, right? Now, another thing that they actually touch on is Darius pretty much was explaining how, like, of course, he has to warm up to people, and that he wasn't rude when introducing himself, and that he's shy and timid. And of course, it's always said every time that he's very shy and timid, and he has to warm up to people. Belove says this like time and time again on her channel. So like literally, I even sat here and I said the fact that Q is trying to sit here and say that the way that he reacted to her or how he interacted with her wasn't deemed appropriate to her, so he was being rude and it was inappropriate. Like, as long as he wasn't cussing you out and rolling his eyes and like rolling his neck and be like then like he wasn't being rude for him to say hi. Like, maybe he didn't know how to, like, he's trying to give himself a smile, but he's nervous at the same time because he doesn't really know you, and like, you don't know, you cannot sit here and tell a person how they are supposed to react in a situation, right? That's just how I feel about the situation. Now, of course, the husband also talks on the points that were brought up about him, right? Like, one of the points that were brought up about him was him being in the studio setting up and not coming out to introduce himself to Q and say hi, and how Q actually had to go into the studio to meet him. Now, the thing about it is, he was in the studio setting up due to the fact that Q wasn't the only person coming that day that Belove was actually collabing with. So that's another thing. It has actually come out now that there was more than just you and your sister at this house. There was other YouTubers who were there to collab with Belove, and like, literally, I want to know what these YouTubers had to say. Like, obviously they didn't have the same experience, and obviously they didn't feel the same way as Q, right? Because ain't nobody else came out talking about how they had a horrible time with Belove and this, that, and the other. And as I sat here, and there's even pictures that they drop, I will put those pictures in throughout the video, but they show how all these people were taking pictures and hanging out and having fun, and like, there's other YouTubers there, there's other families there. It's not just you guys, but you were the one who took it this way. That's really ironic to me. Like, it's really ironic to me, and the reason I'm going to sit here and say it's ironic to me is the fact that Belove is actually doing her thing. Now, she got a couple of collabs out with different reality TV stars. She's sitting here getting shout outs from Cardi B now. Like, literally, like, Belove is doing her thing. Maybe Q got jealous, so Q came out saying that this is how she felt because she was mad and she's jealous. I don't know, but like, you looking real sus. Now, the oldest son did actually speak, and there was receipts where the text messages were showing how pretty much he was actually not even, I'm guessing Belove and her family lives in Ohio. He was in Milwaukee or something to that nature. He wasn't even in Ohio when Q showed up with her sister. But Belove reached out to him, and he decided he wanted to meet Q. He was actually a fan, so he sat there and cut his trip short so that he could drive all the way back to Ohio to meet Q, right? And he explains that he got there before Q got there, so he decided to pretty much rest up because, you know, he had a long drive. And then after he rested up, he went and asked Darius, you know, that's when him and Darius run into each other, and he asked Darius if Darius went down to see her yet, and Darius says no. So that's when he says, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower and then I'm gonna go down to introduce myself. And Darius says, okay, cool, I'm gonna wait for you. Which, okay, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, because I used to do that with my brother all the time. Like, when there was somebody that we didn't know or somebody we ain't never met before that was coming to our house that our parents were trying to introduce us to, we all like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go out when you go out, because I don't, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, that the comfort thing, having somebody there that you know, that you vibe with, like, that you cool with, and that's his brother. So he waited for his brother. I don't see no problem with that. They are not inclined to sit here and come down when you want them to come down, because first and foremost, you weren't there for them anyway. You were not their guest. The person you were there for, the person who you were their guest, was down there entertaining you, and that's Belove. Like, the things that you're saying as far as the family, it's like you wanted the family to cater to you. You wanted the family to like treat you as if you're their guest, like all of their guests, when in reality you're not. You were there for Belove. You came for a collab with Belove. And then on top of that, you sit here talking about how you didn't like Belove, but Belove liked you, right? So that's fake and phony there, because you knew she liked you, but you sitting here trying to say, oh, I didn't like her, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then Belove talks about how she gave you money, bro. She gave you money to congratulate you, give you a congratulation present for hitting 100,000 people, subbies. Like, literally, she gave you money, and you were sitting here like coming at her like this, bro, and saying all these things, like, and then they put the proof in to show how you were raving about the family and how much you love them after this collab, and how you even was raving about them in a video that you recorded after getting back home, which would have happened after you spent 8 hours crying while you were driving. You decided to make a video raving about how humble Belove is and how you love the family and stuff like that. Like, you make Q make it make sense. Like, legitimately make it make sense, because it doesn't, right? And then you were sitting here talking about how you felt uncomfortable because of the husband, like saying that he was pulling Belove, saying that whispering, talking about I hope they don't get drunk because they ain't staying here. And he said he made, mind you, you weren't the only family there. He acknowledged that he made a joke saying, who's the DD tonight, because this ain't no sleepover. So he made a joke because y'all are all sitting here having drinks. Y'all, there's a bunch of, like, there's not just you there, there's other people there that he don't know. And like literally like bro, Q, I feel like you tripping. I feel completely and utterly like you tripping. I feel like you wrong. I'm glad your sister apologized. The Belove and her family graciously accept her apology and they're moving forward from it. Like, you need to follow suit. Well, you did follow suit, but that was a whack ass apology, because I saw the apology that you gave, that you deleted, and it was whack as fuck. Honestly, that shit was whack. Like, you should have been woman about your shit and you should apologize. Don't even know why you even came out with all of this. You should have been woman about your shit and you should apologize. As you say, you real. You real. You not fake. You real. So you should have been woman enough to say, you know what, I fucked up and my bad. But no, you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Comment down below, let me know how you guys feel about the situation. Are y'all side-eyeing Q like I am? I'm gonna still watch it, but I side-eyeing the hell out of you to where my neck is catching a cramp. Anyways guys, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow your girl. Sharing is caring, and until the next video guys, bye.